Hi, this is Algebra 2, Lesson 19. We're going to talk about value word problems and AA means AAA. We're starting on page 94. Value word problems. If we have 5 nickels, the value of the coins is 5 cents times the 5 nickels. 5 times the 5 cents times the 5 nickels, which equals 25 cents. Right? If we have n number of dimes, the value of the dimes is 10 cents times the number of the dimes. We will use substitution and elimination to solve these value word problems. Karamagoo had 50 nickels and dimes whose value was $4. How many of each kind of coin did he have? Okay, so the first thing we know is that the number of nickels plus the number of dimes equals 50. That's how many coins he had. The value of the nickels is 5 cents, so 5 times the number of nickels plus 10 times the number of dimes equals $4. Now remember, we're doing these values in cents, so we need to change the $4 to cents also. So it'll be 400 cents. Okay, so these are our two equations, and now we can solve by elimination or substitution. Let's solve for a number of nickels and use substitution this time. So the number of nickels is going to equal 50 minus the number of dimes. We're going to substitute this into here for the number of nickels. So we have 5 times 50 minus the number of dimes plus 10 times the number of dimes equals 400. 250 minus 5 times the number of dimes plus 10 times the number of dimes equals 400. 250 plus 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 number of dimes equals 400. Subtract 250 from both sides. And 5 times the number of dimes equals 150. Divide by 5. And the number of dimes is 30. So we have 30 dimes. If we have 30 dimes and there are 50 coins altogether, then we have 20 nickels. Right? Let's try another one. A fishmonger sold codfish for 6 pence each and mussels for 1 pence each. If Harriet bought a total of 26 items and spent 86 pence, how many codfish did she buy? Okay, so we have the number of codfish plus the number of mussels is 26. She bought 26 items. The codfish is valued at 6 pence. So 6 times the number of codfish plus mussels are 1 pence. That was nice of them. So 1 times the number of mussels equals 86 pence. Okay, well, we have 1 and 1, so instead of doing substitution this time, let's do elimination, and we'll multiply the top equation by -1. So that changes this sign, and this sign, and this sign, and now we can add them together. 5 times the number of codfish minus the number of codfish is 5 times the number of codfish. The number of mussels cancels, and this leaves 60. Divide both sides by 5. And the number of codfish equals 12. And that's all that was asked. If we wanted to know the number of mussels, we could put it back into here and say the number of codfish plus the number of mussels equals 26, so subtract 12 from both sides. And the number of muscles equals 14. Okay? All right, a little bit of geometry. AA means AAA. When two triangles have two equal angles, their third angle is also equal. So this angle and this angle equal this angle and this angle, then this angle has to equal this angle. So this means angle, angle means angle, angle, angle. Okay? So if angle A equals angle D and angle B equals angle E, then, we should put an if here, then angle C also equals angle F. Okay? It makes sense because remember the interior angles are going to all equal to 180. So if A plus B plus C equals 180 and A plus B equals the same as D plus E, then C and F have to be the same. Let me write that out. If A plus B, if A equals D and B equals E, then A plus B equals D plus E. Okay, that's the addition rule. If A plus B plus C equals 180, and D plus E plus F equals 180, and A and B and D and F are equal, then C and F have to be equal too. Okay? So that's the proof. This is the property. Okay. Find X and Y. Okay, here we have two triangles. Here's this one and this one. We see that these two angles are equal because they're opposite angles, because these have been formed by two crossing lines. And these two angles are equal. If these two angles are equal and these two angles are equal, then these two angles also have to be equal. Okay? The side that is 4 units long here is opposite this angle with 1 tick. And this side that's 6 units long is opposite the 1 tick. So these are corresponding angles. And they're going to be proportionally long. So we're trying to solve for X and Y, but we need to know which angles go together. Which sides go together, because these triangles have been flipped. So it's not quite as easy as looking at these guys. You have to figure out which sides go with which angles. So because these two angles are equal, these are their corresponding sides. So we know that 4 times the scale factor is going to equal 6. This angle goes with this angle, so Y and 7 are corresponding angles. So 7 times the scale factor is going to equal Y. Okay? And we know that this angle and this angle are equal, so these are their corresponding angles. So we know that 5 times the scale factor is going to equal X. Okay? So now we can use this equation to solve for the scale factor. We can plug the scale factor into the other two because the scale factor is going to be equal as long as we're going from left to right. And then we can solve for X and Y. So 4 times the scale factor equals 6. We divide both sides by 4. And the scale factor equals 6/4, which simplifies to 3/2. Okay? Now we can substitute the 3/2 into the scale factor and solve for x and y. So 7 times 3/2 equals y. This is 21/2 equals y. Remember, it does not have to come out pretty. And 5 times 3/2 equals x. And this is going to be 15/2 equals x. And neither of those can be simplified, so we're going to leave them in that form. And that is it for this lesson. Do your practice problems, try your homework, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.